It's the Char 2 Darwin thing. Starring Mark Wahlberg. Alright. Okay. I remember what we were doing. We were right in the middle of the trial. Oh, we were right in the middle of the trial. Oh, right. Yes, that's right, because I saved it so we didn't have to do anything over it. I remember it. See, I'm getting better at remembering to save my game. There's progress. I can't wait to see if my mouse fucks me over again. I'm like noticing after that last Phoenix Wright stream, or was it the one before, where I like, it kept like clicking things. I've noticed it getting progressively worse. Yes, Walmarkberg, my favorite. I love Walmarkberg. He's my favorite character in the hit Michael Bay movies, Transformers. Okay, so what was the judge's voice? I think I have to kind of be careful with the voices because I think there's something up with my throat, but I'm not sure. So instead of being smart, I'm just gonna be careful and do it anyway. So let's see. Yeah, my poor mouse. It's so old. I think it's over 10 years old actually. Yeah. I'm sure it'll be fine. This court will now convene with the trial of Miss Lana Scott. Emma didn't come back. Oh, that's right. Oh no, I forgot. Because she talked to her sister who was like, I want the death penalty. And her sister was like, bro, that's so fucked up. See, and that's what it started doing. It started quadruple clicking things. Oh my god, I'm so glad I'm not alone. I like, every time it happens, I'm just like, is it me? Am I the problem? But no, this thing is definitely pretty much fucked. So broken. I'm like afraid to click anything at this point because I'm like, I don't know, this might just fucking break the entire game. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. Oh my god, it's Cowboy Bebop. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man. Same as you, wandering the trails of civilization. Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it. Oh, I know. You're a patrolman. Oh my god, you're right. We should do a cookie clicker. That'll be the stream we do before I retire this mouse. Is a cookie clicker, and we'll see if we can get a world record. Oh, actually, you know what? I wonder if the I'm Pomu one is still up. We could do that in honor. As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Howling wind? Never heard Edgeworth described that way before. No, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day that the crime took place. Is that correct? According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? A desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English. Job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. Oh my god, he's negligent. If I remember right, I was at the street side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time to hit the trail. Oh my god, we should play, oh my god, we should play a shooter. I do have Halo installed right now. Maybe we should play Halo. That would, oh my god, that would be a disaster. I think I love that idea. Hi, Anochi, welcome in. I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those. Yes, well, what about the fingerprint activated locks on the evidence lockers? Fingerprint activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? He's not being very helpful. He's not done good with machines or with following orders. Everyone's got their weaknesses. Now don't they, prosecutor? You know what? I'm starting to understand why this guy got fired from being a detective. In fact, I don't even think he makes a particularly strong patrolman. This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours. Oh god, now I have to remember what all evidence we have. Fuck. Okay. Alright, brain. You're getting kicked into overdrive right away. Let's go. Turn it on. Franky, brain cell, activate. Keep wary on the bone orchard. Assuming the bone orchard means the evidence room, but I just want to make sure. How exactly do you keep an eye on the evidence room? Okay, it is the evidence room. I just make sure nothing's moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who interred the recordings. You interred them. Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When time would come, I'd erase the tape. If nothing is unusual is recorded, tapes are to be erased every 6 hours. Each time I'd erase a tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. Oh my gosh, hi Flash! Are you already awake? Only been like a couple hours. Oh, alright, Inoshi. I wish you a good luck with your endeavors. Guy has a flair for the dramatic, but it isn't going to do him any good. So in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room. Okay, so let's make around 3 times a day, but they my style. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style. Well, I'm afraid I don't understand. No desperado I know lets rules get in his way. How does this guy still have a job? No desperados I know join the police force. That's a doubly good point. Oh, okay. I was just like, wow, I hope you got enough sleep. But yes, please enjoy your sleep. Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime. Just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day. There was rubber gloves stuck to the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner. I can't say I do. I haven't been in the crypt in weeks. How does this guy avoid being fired? Oh my god. That was exactly what I just asked. Good night, Flash. Enjoy your brief respite from reality. You used to be a detective, so you used the evidence room in the past, right? Of course. Back in my day, the locker was a goldmine of evidence. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism? Sorry, partner. I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how that bike works. That's quite, incredible. Well, it's okay, Charlie Darby. You still got me. 500 BC Franky. The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too. At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place? I can assume that Franky is, if I had to guess, working on something, and if I had to guess about Phantom, she's probably destroying her mind with Pokemon Unite ranked, and I don't know where Zach is. Yeah, once in a BC. I was the first BC YouTuber. Street side saloon, so if he was at a bar instead of doing his job. What were you doing in a place like that? I was eating spaghetti. But even Angel's steak lunches can beat the parlors of Uncle's sepia pasta. Vongole? Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles? Not all desperados eat tacos, partner. That's not what I meant. I hope this has at least taught you a lesson. Strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, Did you not want to raise this year? Innocent traveler minutes. Okay, so let's see. I can only assume it's a style of spaghetti. I can't say I know for certain though. Sepia I know sounds familiar, but I'm only on like half a brain cell of power right now. Out of ammo? Officer Marshall? That's right, partner. Or as you call it, evidence. You plan to pin me to this crime, then you better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset. One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything. Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that. Apparently your superiors don't. Okay, I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I best keep my cool. Before I use it though, better up the ante. Okay, actually, I'm gonna take my finger out the mouse for this. We're gonna look through this with the arrow keys. Don't know if I remember what the trump is. Or the trump card. Ace upper sleeve, the ace attorney up our sleeves. Oh right, we were supposed to look over this. Ooh, clam spaghetti, that actually sounds kind of dope. I don't know how to make that. I love spaghetti. It's like one of my favorite things. Sepia, I know that word though. That was like it's like one of the first things you learn in Italian. Well, it's pretty early. Dark, serial murder, sentence, death. Alright, I got him. Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Edith Kirby, Rachel Moss, Jeff Bates, Neil Marshall, and prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, Lana Sky, Emma Sky. Oh god damn it. Executive investigators David Grant, Lana Sky, head investigator Bruce Goodman, Jake Marshall, and Star. That actually isn't going to help us yet, but it will eventually. Oh god, I hope that's not what I'm thinking. I see. I remember what sepia means. I know it's gonna come back to me at like the most inopportune time. I'm probably gonna wake up in a cold sweat and be like, I remember. Wearing out the bowling shirt, they said I was supposed to make runs 3 times a day, but that ain't style. Oh right, I forgot to look through the rest of the evidence. Okay, what do we got? IDs of all who entered the room. Right, okay, the fingerprints, the screwdriver. Let's move that chief point. Right, okay. I remember that, okay. So I think we have a couple ace cards here. Not to play, but where do we play them? Besides the one that's protected by two security systems anyway. I think the fact that he's was so negligent about his job makes it hard to pinpoint which evidence to use where. Here we can just call him out with how much shit actually happened. Whoa, you drive a screw? I know how to drive. So I'm assuming we, like here, we show the evidence locker, right? Only as in... I don't know if I can take the... I don't know if I can take the mental dismembering of getting it wrong first, in the first 20 minutes. But it is specifically brought up. Oh, let's try it. Oh, no, I did. I got it wrong. God dang it. Oh my god, I actually know what you're talking about. I've actually seen that. Oh, wow, that's been a while. Or maybe it wasn't. Actually, it might not. No, I don't know. I have like a weird memory for like meme-based things. Like I either remember them like they were yesterday, or I'll like look at one tomorrow and I'll be like, it's been 200 years. Hey, what did he say here? Oh, maybe we just show the tape here. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Wait, what? Okay, damn. I can't take this many else this quick. Oh my god, Facebook minion memes instill a very primal rage in me. And oh my god, hi Zach, how's it going? Did you charge the Darby? Now you're no longer alone. What are you saying here? Son, whoa, did you adopt Tartu Darby? Oh dang, no adoptions. Darn. Ah, what a momentous occasion that would have been. I should have turned my brain on. I tried turning it on, it's sputtering right now. So I can only assume it wants either the ID card record, the locker, or the videotape. We're talking about his negligent security measures. This was the Sapio one, right? Eating spaghetti. We were talking about spaghetti. We got Sepia Volga Bug. I can't remember what it was called. Something Sepia, I know that much. Ow, shit, my hand. I feel like we should show the tape here, alright? Like that makes sense. Because even if he wasn't here, yeah, Bengali Sapia, that was it. I feel like we should show the tape here. I feel like that makes more sense actually, because if he's not there, then we still have video evidence of an. God damn it, I can't talk. I don't know why I'm trying. I mean, it's worth a shot. It's not like I have a spotless record to fuck around with. Damn it. It's okay, we'll just skate by on one life again. We've done it before. Like, the worst part about this one is that there's so many things that could poke a hole in his statement, but he's also negligent, so I can't poke holes in it because he wasn't there. Bench trophy, knife. Oh right, and the dancing badger, I forgot about that. Oh god, the music's playing in my head. You can hear it. This evidence room is in some real disrepair. They need to fix this place up. See, this one's interesting because when what's her name testified, and it took me like 2 streams to figure out what she was going on about. It was because it made too much sense, and this one's so flimsy I don't know where to poke because there's too many holes, and some of them are a lot bigger than other ones. I can't figure out which hole to put it in. Oh wait, wasn't this his? No, wait, whose was this? Can we figure out who the 7 was? Was that Sky? Was that... Or was that Star? Was it the Marshal? Or Mr. Marshall? Doing a brain thinky. I'm doing a brain thinky. But it didn't put down their name. I can't remember. See, this is actually the worst part about like taking breaks between this game is like having to remember where everything was prior and what I used prior. I think I do. I think I'm gonna risk it. Damn it. I'm a failure all over again. We must have evidence somewhere of him being somewhere that I just don't remember. And it is the ID card record, apparently. Okay, I think reading that again, I think I just need to reread some of these. I have to let the information sink in. 'Cause this is when he talks about the fingerprint scanner. Wait, what did you say to this again? Maybe it's something to do with this then. I wonder if there's maybe a way to poke a hole in where he was? Oh, right. Okay, so, because he wasn't there, because the body was dragged out and put in the trunk. I forgot about that. Okay, so that maybe that's... Wait, who was the assigned detective? This was Bruises, right? Okay, so... Oh my god, Dr. Frederick, hi, how's it going? Wow, that seems to be happening to everybody. Nobody's losing too much sleep. You don't want anybody here to be losing sleep. It's important, it's vital to your health. Even I'm trying to get better at it. Slowly. I'm just trying to figure out what links this particular colorful individual to the crime scene. I think it might have something to do with this or this last one, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Because this one, he's just really blatantly asking if we ran out of ammo, so we need to find the ammo. Oh yes, the disappearing hours of Discord. I am familiar with that. Yeah, well, that's kind of like this guy's whole thing is he's, his whole identity is old western cowboy man. Like his whole entire personality. And being negligent. But that's also what's making finding the evidence to pin him to it is hard, is because he was so negligent that I don't know where to put the evidence. I'm not even sure which piece to use in the correct place. I've already tried a couple times, as you can see by my incredibly low attorney health bar up here. But like there's so many places where you could like poke holes and it's just, I can't tell which hole to poke. I really want to say it has something to do with maybe the ID record, but I'm just not quite sure. I'm stuck between this one right here, I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time to hit the trail, because he's like really specifically kind of egging us on there, and besides the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway, one. But it's also kind of hard to tell, because everything he says is just like a blatant, like show of his negligence again, like, so it's just really hard to pinpoint, because it could be this one too, because he wasn't keeping an eye on anything. And ironically, even though this one, he like flat out admits he didn't do any of his work, I think makes it the least relevant, because he like admits to it being that. But that the room is protected by 2 security system is because he is the security guard. He's just really bad at his job. But we do have the tape, which means it did... Oh yeah, that's true. God, that's like one of those ones that's a scene that stands out in my mind from one of the seasons of Sword Art Online. Was the Western, like, shooting gallery machine thing. I don't know why it sticks out so hard in my mind, but it still lives there. Because he has to physically enter the evidence room. But he doesn't even do his rounds anyway. I still think it might have something to do with it, considering this. But that's also why I think it could be the ID card record, because there's a whole record. But he's not on it. It's just Miles, Mike, and Bruce. Yeah, okay, yeah, it was in season 2. Wow, I'm so glad I'm not the only one that remembers that. I don't know, it just was, it was really... It was, that whole I don't know, something about it really stuck with me. Maybe it was the uncanny English and roboticness, I don't know. Might have just activated my fight or flight. See, I would say he's confessing to negligence to get away with murder, but everything so far that he's said throughout this entire case really backs up the negligence. Oh no, like the judges even said like that he's been negligent. We've called him out on everything. That's kind of what makes it hard. Because this one only says that it's protected by the 2 security systems and the fingerprint lock that he had no idea about, and that was also proven. Oh my god, so we all remember the part in Sword Art Online? God, wow, that actually makes me feel a lot better. Incompetent, most definitely. This is when he was eating the spaghetti, and see, this was the first, like in this one, they basically just straight out call him negligent. They're like, what were you doing in a place like that? I was eating spaghetti. Not even Angel's steak lunches can beat the parlor's Vongole Sapia pasta. And you tell us you abandon your police duties to eat some noodles. And then he's like, not all desperados eat tacos, partner. Gun Gale, that was it. That was an interesting season. Man, that show really went off the rails. I think it could have something to do with this because, I don't know, maybe, is there something we have in here that's time sensitive to him being there? See, this is that exact kind of thing. I feel like it's something so obvious and so stupid that I'm gonna be sitting here for like a whole hour. Like, I think it could even have something to do with the blue badger. Wait, hang on. Didn't we find another print here? Wasn't this someone else's? Oh yeah, Marshall's fingerprints. Oh my god, I was looking us right in the face. It's all because I couldn't read again. Oh, oh my god. What? I don't know. What do I try? Yeah, I did too. I thought Gun Gale had a really interesting, like a concept, like how they used it. Spoilers for fucking Gun Gale if you haven't caught up, but like how they used the killing them in real life aspect, I thought was so clever. Yeah, no, see, we forget about the dungeon. It didn't happen. It did not happen. It really didn't. No one saw it. It's not real. Just pretend it wasn't there. That's not what I was supposed to do. By my style. Okay, but that's not. The fingerprint isn't time sensitive. So do we present it here? It's definitely. I think we might have to restart this case, but now I know for sure it's got to be something to do with his fingerprint because I forgot this was his fingerprint specifically. Holy shit! Easy game. Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this. After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. Quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or, to be exact, a handprint. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects. That is, make my rounds, about once a month. Wow, once a month? That is so far beyond negligent. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there. I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Yeah, see, that's actually, like, a good point, because, like, as much fun as it is to dunk on Sword Art Online, it does have some really interesting, like, concepts and some actually really interesting characters, some of which they just never do anything with, and I think that's what makes it the most frustrating. They've like, really added some interesting concepts to the idea of the killing game and how they use it in more than one way, and then just sometimes fly off the rails. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene. The blood was wiped away. However, a luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall? Seems to me, there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall? About the blood-stained fingerprints? Very well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints. Found at the scene of the crime. Alright, time to do the rest of the trial with one health. Let's do it. Let's fucking go. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in the evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know that the murderer was wearing gloves? Oh, whoa! Okay, how did you know that? See, I had nothing to do with it. How did he know about gloves? Yeah, and I'm like right there with you. That was like the single most disappointing point when it came around to that. I was like, oh, wow, way to go. You kind of, fumbled the shit out of that one. And that's kind of that was like the point that I was like, you know what? I think I'm done watching for now. Like, I think that was kind of the part that killed it for me. It was that, and the ending of the one with the kids in the hospital. That was a bummer. That was a real bummer. I try every day to forget that. No, man, that was. Oh, that was sad. The witness's explanation appears valid, except the fact that he knew they had gloves and they weren't wearing gloves. Although there's room for doubt. Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. It's hiding something. I can feel it. Now's my chance to prove it. How do you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. There was a bloodstain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer. That's right, it was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on the handprint. Oh yeah, I think we tried that too. So that would mean the murderer was wearing gloves. Happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint. That's the only logical conclusion. Can't let him squirm out of this one. Got to find something decisive to tie Officer Marshall to his crime. Well, let's just press on everything then. Oh my god, is it still going? Is there a new season? And also, I totally agree with you. If it wasn't like the fact that they spent like a whole season committing to that relationship, I'd be fine. Because I don't really care otherwise. It's the fact that they spent so much goddamn time making sure that that was the committed relationship, and then they just kind of toss it out the window. That's because you did, how did you put it? Pay respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. Then one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. What? What do you mean? I mean what I said. That locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams. I see. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. Emily's fingerprint data was never removed from the locker's programming. I must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture? This sea of blood. In the desert, it's just a food for the buzzards. There's only one reality, and that's this. The security tape. As long as my trail isn't there, you can't say otherwise. The fact that you can delete the tapes anytime you want, that's kind of, I don't know, this is pretty suspicious. Oh wow, that's my It's my favorite kind of solutions, the ones where we just don't do anything. Oh, I'm not sure I know. Wait, no, that, which one was that? That was... Can't remember. God, it's been so long since I've even actually put any amount of thought into Sword Art in any fashion. I played one of the games too, and I remember being like, thinking it was like so lackluster because I didn't really do anything. But I liked the dungeon concept. It was pretty cool. Wish they just do it with the game differently, with more focus. This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall. Oh, wait, we don't even know that it was him in the video. Or it wasn't him, I should say. What do you mean by that? You want to tie me to this crime, isn't that right, partner? If so, the video is the only direct evidence you have. But the video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots. Blind spots? Places you can't see. The camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on the tape. Oh, that was the one with the dying kids. God, yeah, that one was so sad though. I hate thinking about that one. I forgot that's what it was. Oh my god, I forgot that's what that was called. Oh, that one was so depressing. Oh yeah, god, I forgot about that too. Honestly, all I remember from that is the dying kids, cuz I just thought like, wow, what a downer. like what a cool concept, but also my god, how sad. Like, I'm glad they were able to tackle a situation like that, because it was really interesting to see how they used the full dive to deal with the terminal nature of life in a really like interesting way, and gave all the characters like the big, you know, goal to be on the top of the leaderboard, and then just end it on like the most depressing note you could possibly end something like that on. It was a hard watch. I was watching that with a friend, and like we both looked at each other at the end of that, and we were like, oh my god. Neither of us wanted to like actually sit there and cry in front of each other, but we kind of ended up doing that because it was so sad. Yeah, exactly. Same. Hard same, actually. I just, because it was, I don't know, there was so much like character and like depth. It was just so sad. See, I was really into it when I watched it the first time too. Oh god, what was her name? Asuna? No. Wait, no, was that right? No, I don't remember. I barely remember Kirito's name, honestly. I just remember the fact that it was really good for a while, and then it stopped being good. And like, even in a way that I noticed, and I'm really big on giving things the benefit of the doubt if I still enjoy watching it, but like, it was to the point where I stopped enjoying watching it because it just felt like they dropped so much of the like what made it interesting and like the charm of the characters, and just kind of like did whatever they wanted. Which can work, but it just didn't work for them. We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now. I'm gonna look over the video. We might be walking into Officer Marshall's trap. I'll try and find out a little more information. It seems we should be moving on with the testimony. Yeah, yeah, and that's what I appreciated about that. Ironically enough, some of the real life stuff was the more interesting aspect of that because it like really showed how much the original Killing Game affected him and like I guess the rest of the cast too. Now that I think about it, I don't know. It's just I don't know. I really wish they would have like leaned more into those really interesting aspects. Very well. Officer Marshall, can you please give us your testimony again? Oh wait, no. I want to look at the video. That's what I'm gonna do. Because what I want to see is if maybe he puts his hand on the locker. Oh, right, because there's the fabric, right? The fabric that was in the locker. Because when it comes back around, it'll have the piece hanging out of it. I remember, yeah. Okay, so there is evidence. Perfect. Wait, which... Was it this one? Oh, you mean the Blue Badger? That's the police department's mascot that Gumshoe made. We love him. We stand him, even though nobody else loves him. But because we love Gumshoe, we love that thing by default. Yeah, that's exactly what I said, because there was like an animation at the beginning of this, after going through the whole game with the stills and stuff, and there was the animation of the murder happening, and I was like, whoa, the fuck is this? Oh, okay. Was it this one? 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one would argue the opposite. The chances of that are not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from... Wait, was it the first one? Were we still writing off the first one? You ain't gonna get no reward from me in a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why? Yeah, but see, they did that with the murder too in the beginning. Like, there was like a full animation of it happening. It was actually really cool done. It was like really well done too. I really liked it. The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Oh, no, this was it. Oh, right, that's right. We're still in the same testimony. Okay. I forgot. My ability to forget is uncanny. I will show you the evidence. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might end up being the one making the mistake. See, that's why I went back and looked at the evidence this time, so I wouldn't do that. Now then, let's have another look at this video. Show us this incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jake Marshall. Oh god, the music's back. Bringing our attention back to the security camera. Is a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. The days are short in Texas. So are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? You're a negligent asshole. Very well. You can clearly be seen in the vid. Wait, is that actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Oh my god, that's actually 8 words. You can clearly be seen in this video. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. See, I like the lawyer help too. Honestly, like this, I've started this game and I've like been non-stop gushing about this game since I started playing it, as I'm sure everybody at this point is very tired of hearing about, because like this game has developed like the same level of brain rot in my brain that sits very directly next to Metal Gear, meaning that it's deep and terminal. The locker with the white cloth was sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. Oh my god, are we finally going to talk about the fact that he walked under or behind the camera? Under the camera? I guess it could be under too, I don't know. I don't know how tall a camera is. Oh, the white cloth. It's gone. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall? When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Yeah, well, my KH brain rot is also pretty aggressive. Like, there are some branches I have some like truly like phenomenal levels of brain rot for, and those would be Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, Metal Gear, Dark Souls, and now Ace Attorney. And Monster Hunter 2, actually, now if I have to think about it. If I had to add a 6th, they would definitely probably be Monster Hunter 2. Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. So what if my locker was open? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. Oh, now we get to use the fingerprint identifier. Oh, and Edgeworth knows it. Ooh, tasty. The murderer needed to hide something, so we opened the locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? Guy isn't just playing dumb, he really is this negligent. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah? I call your bluff. You say I opened that locker, now prove it. Oh my god, we finally get to use the fingerprint locker. Oh my god, I'm so glad I'm not the only one. I feel like the KH rabbit hole is a really unique one where like there are people that are really deep, and then there are people that will go nowhere near it and hate it without ever touching it. A fingerprint sensor? We talked about this earlier today. Lockers can only be opened by detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? And jerky? Where did you get the jerky from? I only got 1 word for you, partner. No! That's one hell of a word. Order. Witness, explain yourself. This is a joke. It's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please, Tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Ole, please answer the question. Is he now a bullfighter? That's all right, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here. We can. I love the judge. Like, the judge is also pretty negligent, and it shows, but he's like an adorable negligent. Yes, and I also think about in the rules of the Ace Attorney universe, no one cares about conflict of interest or, what was the other one we were complaining about? Conflict of interest and when not tampering with evidence, because they do that all the time. There was another one, I can't remember, but the conflict of interest one, like that, the whole thing, the whole game is basically just one long conflict of interest. Have a look at these floor plans. There's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall. Is that so? Then where was the witness? It seems Mr. Wright has the answer. That's right, the only possible conclusion. Oh then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime? Wait, I had to point it out? Hang on. I wasn't paying enough attention. So he would have had, wait, so he would have had to been where the camera couldn't see him, right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I love the judge. He's a keeper. So he'd have to be somewhere around here, right? Or am I crazy? He never saw him, and it would have to be behind the camera. But I don't know how precise it needs us to be. And I'm also not sure where the camera is exactly, and we only have the one health bar. I'd prefer not to have to tab through the entire thing up to this point again. All I know for a fact is that it has to be somewhere around there because of the camera, right? Or was he at the locker at the time of it because he knew how to get there? God damn it, I wish we could back out and like look at the tape again. Or can we? Can we back out? No, we can't. Fuck. Oh my god, yeah, I forgot about that. Oh my god, I forgot about UX or Union Cross. That was like the most invested I'd ever gotten in a mobile game, honestly, was Union Cross. That shit was hardcore. They really got me with the gacha. I'm trying to think, where was, so... Positioning the camera, was it like right here, right? At least? So is it? Oh, wait a minute. Because he would have had to duck under it. I want to say this is it? Question mark? Oh wait, oh no, we're just supposed to be picking out which one, not where he was. I almost fucked that up, I think. I think we're supposed to pick out which one of him these were. But wait, is V and K victim and killer? So he would have had to be the He'd have to be the killer then, right? Because I think it's talking about the actual time of the crime and not the what happened on the tape. Because I think this is supposed to be trying to think, what would the timeline be on this? Because the body was dragged to the car, assumedly, and then because there's the whole spot where it happened and the witness, so he'd have to be the killer, right? I'm gonna try it. Yeah, and see, I actually really enjoyed the story a lot. I like the fact that each world had you had reasons to go back each update. God, you know what? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of miss that game. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say he's the killer, right? Officer Marshall was standing right here. Okay, whew, I understood the assignment. I'm gonna pat myself on the back for catching my own stupidity for once. And then I'm going to immediately take that pat on the back away from myself for being stupid in the first place. So Officer Meekins didn't notice him standing there. Almost as credible as Meekins' warp theory. Oh no, we didn't get it right. They just tricked me. Alright, see, now I'm gonna double take that back. Damn it. Ah, fuck, I forgot to save at the beginning of the testimonies too. Shit. God damn it. I knew I was forgetting something. Now we're gonna have to tab through those again. So it must have been at his locker. Or maybe I clicked the wrong one. Maybe he was the other one. Alright, Doctor, thank you for dropping by. I'm glad we're here to have these interesting discussions about Sword Art and Kingdom Hearts. Ace Attorney. Yeah, I like discussions like this. Okay, see, this is where I should save, because I remember saying to myself I should start saving at points with changing in testimonies just in case I fuck up, because I do. I'm only one bag. I understand, I do that too. Especially if I'm like in the middle of something. And then you know, you look at the clock and you're like, fuck, it's been 4 hours. There's my bloodstained handprint. Oh, it was? I forgot the question about the gloves. Oh wait, well, okay, hang on. Good night, Dr. Frederick. I hope you sleep well. I know. I think that happens a lot with streams, though, too. I think streams can sometimes bring up things that you just never think about ever again, and for no particular reason. Forget which one of these ones it was. Right, okay. That wasn't me on that video, right? At least we can get by pretty quick on this one. Oh, was he standing behind this thing? Wait, shit, no, pause. Oh, fuck. Sorry, my brain lapsed. I had to think. So I'm gonna pay attention to what they say before the next part. No, the person we're defending is the chief attorney or chief prosecutor, Lana Sky. That's who we're defending right now. But Meekins was a main part of this particular section of crime or element or whatever. He was here. He got beat up. so Officer Meekins didn't see. Oh, this was Meekins. Fuck. Oh, there's no place to hide. So he must have been at his locker then, right? And if not, then it was either here or here. Or somewhere around here. But I think it might have been his locker. No, fuck! Oh no, it clicked wrong. Shit! No, he wasn't. God damn it. Because if he wasn't seen by Officer Meekins, he had to be... Okay, I'm gonna make sure to use my arrows this time. I really can't rely on my mouse. Okay, so, wait, no, because it still clicked pretty close, right? So maybe that wasn't it. And if that wasn't Marshall. Didn't see him. And we know that this is Bruce? Here, I want to try this. I want to at least try this one really quick. We have help to mess with now, so I want to at least look at it. Okay, no. Oh, holy shit, that was it. So, okay, I just misunderstood the whole thing. That's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was. Correct. Unless the man wasn't... Oh, right, because Detective Goodman lost his ID card. I forgot about that, too. See, this is what I mean by it being kind of hard to, like, take extended breaks with this game, is I forget, like, really crucial pieces of things that have been explained to me in great detail previously. Because my memory is held together with, like, scotch tape. That's Goodman. I believe the victim in this video is Officer Marshall. It was you dressed up like Detective Goodman. But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he knew for sure. May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about a man's reaction when he was confronted. Or the man's reaction. When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir. Yes, and how did Detective Goodman respond? He suddenly pulled a knife on me. Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had his ID, why didn't he just show it? Yes, he would have needed to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it. The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. Oh, because it has picture ID. Wow, I feel really stupid. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card. Oh, I get it. If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized that the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? You've got quite an imagination, partner. You got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it. You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim. I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall was dressed up as the victim? Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that. I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. And you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. Ah, this can't be happening. Oh, obvious, he's the one. What can I do? Oh my god, is Edgeworth gonna give us a hint again? It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. Oh my god, he is! Oh, I love Edgeworth so much! Basics. For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Phoenix, try thinking outside the box. Shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. But rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise. Why do you think his locker was opened in the first place? What do you mean? There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance he might be discovered later, as it had been. It means he didn't originally plan to open his locker. According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. And after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason. The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside. So, what exactly is this piece of cloth? Perhaps the video is the key to our unanswered questions. I don't have any evidence, so the video might be my only shot. Very well. Let's take yet another look at the security tape. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open the locker. Shit. God, this music is so grating. Oh, blood! Wait, is there a blood stain there? Does it look like a blood stain? Hold up. Hang on. There's definitely blood there that wasn't there. But I can't tell if it's on the glove or not. Or maybe if he was just wiping it off. It's definitely the blood at least, right? That's gotta be it. Yeah, okay. For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room, though I don't know to what end yet. However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. Oh my god, did I actually get it right? Whew. Easy. When you asked to show your ID, when asked to show your ID, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. My bloody white coat. You couldn't just walk out like that. So you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, partner. Now then, Officer Marshall. Oh, hang on, I need to hydrate really quick. My throat's starting to hurt. with my hyper resonant fucking water bottle. Are you ready to tell us the truth? Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago. If you were only half as persistent then as you were today, we wouldn't all have gotten to be here now would we? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it. All right. Seems the time has come. Oh my god, a chance to save. I'm gonna save again because I don't want to have to tab through all of it all over again. I'm glad that they give you that option so that you don't have to tab through it again. That's very generous. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. Stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out. I managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. So, the supposed victim was really you. But that's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. No one was murdered, then how could that be? Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor. It was way too much blood for such a small donation. Yeah, that couldn't sound bad. I'm assuming he's talking about SL9 here. When you say it, you mean... Do you even have to ask, partner? No, but I want to make sure. The SL9 incident. 2 years have passed since the case was closed. I was going to completely end with the transferal that day. Or it was going to completely end. Goddamn, see, I can't read. Now, if I have anything to do with it, that incident's not over. What did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only the case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time, no matter what the cost. I don't care what anybody says, partner. That case is mine. Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it? That day was my last chance. That's why I stole the detective's ID and dressed like it. Okay, so I just want to make sure to press everything. Make sure for sure that we have everything. Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transfer room, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. Fair. So you did it to fool the security camera. And the detective's ID card. I stole that the morning of the incident. So that really was why Goodman started filling out the lost time report. I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. The ID card I found was left by Officer Marshall. God damn it, I really can't read. So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean, the fingerprint activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open the locker yourself. But you could because a rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. That means Detective Goodman must open the locker before Officer Marshall. Expecting Officer Meekins, I knocked him out. You pulled a knife on on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off? Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence room for... oh, excuse me. I only planned on being in the evidence room for more than 5 minutes. No more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time. Officer Meekins certainly is a one-in-a-million type of person. Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID. I'll have you to think a little more about his raise this year. When did Edgeworth get so much influence? Anyway, he threw himself at me and I ended up cutting him slightly. Sorry it had to turn out that way. With me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one? I was wondering if it was that knife. I don't know what to say. So you knocked Officer Meekins out and? Managed to escape. I knew which areas. So, you did your research beforehand. Those who go into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference, though. The security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left. However, you bloodied your coat in your struggle with Officer Meekins. If someone was in that security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed in there. What was Officer Meekins doing at that doing during that time? What else? He was sleeping like a baby. So what you're saying is on the day. But the blood found on the scene certainly indicates a crime took place. What are you, blind? The victim shown on that tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner. So you stole evidence from the locker. Actually, no I didn't. Why not? When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone. What? Mr. Edgeworth, where is that evidence? It's still missing, Your Honor. Detective Goodsman's locker was already empty? Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer. This is no small offense. Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary. Not that salary cuts are ever a valid solution. Like I said, this isn't your case. This one is mine. I'll do anything it takes to get the answer I'm satisfied with. The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more. No, tell us. The case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it? That's the reason the evidence was stolen in the evidence room. Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence. I remember Joe Dark's case. I remember the Joe Dark case. It involved serial murders, did it not? Didn't it? I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Why is he so concerned with the incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is. Feeling I'd wind up here sooner or later. Everyone about shit. Fucking, goddamn. My mouse. Ugh! I'd better take out that look at the files. Not the reason he did it. So it's either the file or the vase, because the vase clearly has something to do with it, but so does the file? Neil Marshall! Oh my god, I just realized that. So it has something to do with someone he knows, so this is definitely why. Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the SL9 incident file here. The name, Marshall, is mentioned in here. In a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall, are you related to this man? Neil Marshall. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago, he received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. What? A prosecutor? Must be talking about the King of Prosecutors Award. Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did. That's right, he was killed. And the case fell into your hands. But what's this relation to you? He was my brother. I can tell. He was investigating the murders with Damon Gant, the deputy chief of police. The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Oh god, he looks evil. Holy shit. Joe Dark. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence of him. And that was all we needed. Shit. Wow. Depressing. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least according to the public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight. And that's it. That's your reason, your insane action. That's your reason for your insane actions. There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime. That was the day of the SL9 case, when it could be reopened. Not satisfied with this resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled. Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. The things that happened by chance never cease to amaze me. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on to the police department. Chance. It's gotta be more than just that. So, if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means that the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one. Which in turn means the only person that could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye. But wait, a verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial. Which is why we examined the incident in the police department today. But there's only one reason the defendant would not be convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. It seems to me this boy's got the draw on you, partner. A lot of mysteries at the police department have been resolved, no doubt about it. Our sole murder took place on the prosecutor's office, then the only suspect is Lana Skye. And the testimony of Miss Angel Starr is completely incontestable. If you have a response, make a single word or less. I rest my case. Is that the first time anybody said that in this game? Like, unironically resting their case? It would seem that this trial has reached its conclusion. There is no room for doubt. Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time disproving the alleged murder at the police department. No doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera tapes really was fake. Didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty. Now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant. Oh, wait for it. Wait, who said that?
Hey, Your Honor, wait! Emma! The defense has an objection. A scientific objection. Right?
What do you mean, right? Mr. Wright, are you this girl's guardian? Your Honor? Oh, in a sense.
Please, Your Honor, all I'm asking for is a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please.
I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3. Oh, look, Edgeworth has a heart. It's just kind of, you know, just gotta dig a little bit.
I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dart killings.
When she mentions it, the names on both Sky Sisters were in that file.
But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. I left only one thing. The other handprint.
You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker? But no fingerprints were found on it, right?
No. But I figured I'd examined it scientifically. I'd sure to find a clue. So I ran over there and looked at it again.
So you did find something. Wait, how did she get in? Oh, right, she's got the guest pass.
No.
Huh?
Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all.
Is that all?
Don't be mad. I'm just a high school student.
I'm just an attorney.
But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. We can't find something wrong with them. Please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you.
Me? Oh boy. His heart gave $3 that day. That is Edgeworth in a nutshell. That was good. That was a good one. Time jump. Now then, Mr. Wright. With regard to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain? It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. I love it when he helps us. Obviously he can't just help us because he's the fucking prosecutor, but he definitely wants to help us. Why won't they just hold hands already? Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this?
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be of more use. But still, if you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be...
Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day. Yes, Your Honor. If I ever needed to concentrate, it's now. He really can be. He's so adorable. I love him. Just when his shell cracks and he shows how much he actually cares, especially knowing that he wanted to be a defense attorney in the beginning too. I love him so much. I love him and Phoenix. They're just my favorite. I will defend them with my life. What can be wrong with that handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker? Can there be something I'm missing? Well, yeah, because we didn't see it on camera. This was because that's the locker that's behind the... Or no, it's not behind it. It just actually straight up wasn't in the video. So that's important. The handprint left behind at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction. The only thing that seems clear is you're grasping, Mr. Wright. I know, well, see, but this is like one of those legendary bromances, you know? This is like one of those ones that they write about in, like, Greek myth. It's just, they're so powerful. I bet if they fused, they would be unstoppable. You've been shading pretty intently at these floor plans. You're staring pretty intently at these floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them? Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing. Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there? Yes, something that when drawn will completely change the meaning of the blood mark. I just pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright. With all this evidence here, there's got to be something I can use. Oh, wait, no, that's not the judge. There's got to be something I can use. The question is, which item can prove something is missing on the floor plans? The vase, right? As they say back west, even a blind man can hit with a buckshot. That's not true. I bet I could miss with a buckshot. That's, oh, you know what? You do have a good point. Ours will be legendary. I just don't know if, like, I don't know if you can rival the kind of bromance that they have, though. Like, even in other works of fiction that I've played, I don't know if I've seen a stronger, more pronounced bromance. Except for maybe in what's it called? Hypnosis, Mike? That has some very strong bromances. But those are a little more subtle. This is a lot less subtle. So I don't know. That is, as long as he's facing the general direction. See, that's where I keep fucking up. I never understand how buckshot works, so I always aim at the sky. I've never fired buckshot, actually, so I don't know. I actually don't know. I'd probably still miss, though. I have firm confidence in myself that even if I had a chance to fire with buckshot, I'd still find a way to miss. It seems that Mr. Wright's not sure which direction to face. He's just like me for real. No use. There's more evidence. There's a greater chance of me being wrong. Doesn't that jar not prove it? There's blood on the jar. And a missing piece. Was that not it?
Just calm down, Mr. Wright. Try to remember what the evidence room was like on the day of the crime. What is it that bothers me? The blood mark. Please allow me another chance, Your Honor. I'll prove it this time.
I just pray. So wait, okay. If it wasn't the jar. Oh, the badger. Duh. What about that piece of plywood?
Blue Badger, mascot of the police force.
Wow, see, I feel stupid again. That was one of those things that's really easy that I could have figured out really quick, but I couldn't, my brain, do the stupid. Defender of truth, guardian of proof. Oh my god, Defender of Truth, Guardian of Proof. That's actually, that's like an incredible tagline for like a superhero themed around like law. Eat your heart out, Daredevil. Except I love you, Daredevil, I'm sorry. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Please look at the floor plans on the crime scene. Blue Badger is not here. So watch what happens when we put him in. Oh, does he actually block the locker? This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Oh, he was. Oh, wow, I didn't realize he was that close. So there was like a whole locker behind there that I didn't even notice. Well? Wow. What? Ugh! That's right. So long as the blue badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at this spot on the locker. What? What? Fucking Brawley's what? So that means, what exactly does that mean?
It means it can't be done.
What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on the locker. Don't look at me. I didn't put it there.
Mr. Oh my gosh, he's back in the corner.
Good on you. You pat on the shoulder, kid. You got moxie. It's a badger. Can't you tell obviously.
Mr. Wright, think it through scientifically. Come on. On that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the blue badger to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on the locker. That must mean this blood mark was left there before the blue badger was brought in.
Just a moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom. What? Okay, alright. I'm sorry, Judge. I love you. But this is where you're drawing the line in balderdash after everything we've done. Yeah, okay. It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once, but twice. But how? One time was captured on this tape, taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand from which a trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is, the other time. See, I think that's what they were going for. Actually, I feel like that's what Capcom was going for because it's a blue badger. So I think it's supposed to maybe be a reference to our friendly blue hedgehog in some way because it does look Chow-like, and I feel like they did that intentionally. Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered. That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim. The murder portrayed in this security tape has proven to be fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker. So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred. When did the first incident occur? To summarize, the defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman. Oh my god, finally we get to use the ID thing. Prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room. That's right, the blood mark on the locker proves this. Very well, then tell us. When did this first incident occur, as Mr. Edgeworth said? Proof must be presented. Proof that shows when the murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence I can show that. Now then, will the defense please present this evidence? What shows the first crime took place? The ID card, because we're still missing someone. If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. And in order to do so, the ID card would have been required. An ID card? Oh, the ID card record. Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at, let's see here, 4:50. If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40. Miles Edgeworth, just what have you done? I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy. Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. Nope, I ain't getting it. I'm afraid I don't understand either. And there's still one unaccounted for. Okay. I'm glad that I'm not the only stupid one in this courtroom. I'm afraid I don't understand either.
It's clear from the luminol test the blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer. I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible.
That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room.
Let's look at the chart again.
Are we finally gonna point out the 777? Thank you. God, fuck.
There's only one other card number remaining.
It's a bunch of sevens. Talk about a lucky number. But wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room?
Since there's no record of this card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation.
Is it the Star Lady? Because I feel like Angel Star would have a lucky 7 number.
He went with a bunch of 7s.
Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID is 777777777.
That's 1 7 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least at present.
What? Explain yourself, son.
The ID number, a bunch of 7s, belong to someone with a rank of captain or higher. Someone who is so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity.
Ooh, that seems like a flimsy thing.
But that's ridiculous. Just how... I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. There is one situation in which we can be granted such authority.
If an official charge is filed against an executive is accepted.
An official charge?
You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operates.
I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself.
Especially considering how negligent you've been. Slander is okay. Let me ask a question.
Yes.
No, not to you, to her, the defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive.
Lana?
Oh my god, did she actually do it? Oh, please don't. I'm putting my money on the Star Lady. I don't have any money, but we can pretend.
Don't be stupid, she's been charged with murder. Of course we've looked up her ID number, and it's not 7777777.
Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident. That's not an incident. Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence? Ooh, she's still going down for forged evidence?
Do you need the witness to repeat the question, Chief Prosecutor? I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for the trial. At the time, occasionally, we felt powerlessness of law. At least, I did.
Oh shit. Oh, is this why she's okay with dying? I mean, uninstalling?
Well, Hana, I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law.
Defendant, what are you saying? I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say you did? Chief Prosecutor, you didn't.
I don't have to, Officer Marshall.
Why won't you answer him?
Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. But Lana... Even if it involved forging evidence,
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. God damn. See, that's what I'm talking about. No. No! Oh my god! She's the reason Edgeworth got blamed for forged evidence! Ouch! Such chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. The conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day. Shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh. Oh, the plot. Oh, it's thick. With like 14 C's. Or specifically a bunch of 7s. Oh wait, this is a good time to hydrate. I'm gonna hydrate. Excuse me. February 24th, 3:12 p.m. Wright and Co. offices.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said.
Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved.
I didn't know. We never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Dart killings.
Sounds like everyone's heard about these killings but me.
Lana wanted Dart convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me.
What do you mean what happened to you?
It's all there in this file. Joe Dart's last victim was Prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he'd murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence.
What did that have to do with it? Or what did you have to do with those killings, Emma?
On the night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dart tried to kill me.
What? He tried to kill you? Oh. Oh no. Oh no, it's getting sad again.
Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me.
That means you.
Yes. I was a witness in the Joe Dart trial.
Didn't see that one coming. Oh, why did it have to be so sad?
It happened 2 years ago. It's right about this time of the year, too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together when she finished her work. And suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office.
Joe Dart.
Seemed like he was running from someone. Pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up.
Jake Marshall's brother.
Joe Dart tried to take me hostage. But before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then,
what happened?
I'll never forget it. Lightning struck, and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. What I saw then was burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now.
Permanent picture?
I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall.
So you weren't able to testify about that?
No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why Lana... she made up the crime.
Made it up? I mean, provided bogus evidence.
The prosecutor's office wanted the guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it.
Edgeworth?
Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr.
Oh my god, I was right. It actually is why I got blamed for it.
I mean, it's all my fault.
Yo, no, it's not your fault, Emma. You're fine. You did nothing wrong. You've been nothing but a champ the whole time. You go have I don't know, a cookie? I don't know. Either way, you're fine. We got you.
If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened.
That's true, even though he might not have known it. Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence.
After the case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold, like she is today.
Must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. What did you see in the instant the crime occurred?
Clark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife.
Your Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. God, yeah, that's so fucked up. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Emma. That's so uncool.
I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out.
That's fair. I feel like that's fair. That is a objectively traumatic event that is worthy of blacking out. I don't think that's up for debate.
When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms.
Poor Emma, you've been through so much.
I couldn't bring myself to testify about that instant. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good.
Years ago, you must have been 14. That's understandable. Yeah, that is a little. I think she's being too hard on herself. I don't like it.
Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies and find evidence to make an airtight case. That way Lana would never have to forge any.
I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. There's still something that bothers me about the crime. God, why did it have to get so sad? I'm depressed now. There's something that's puzzling me, Emma.
What is it?
You said you were in Lana's office at that time, right?
That's right.
Why then would a serial killer come running in there? So, I'm not gonna lie. Now that we have seen the silhouette of the guy with the eyes, I think it's Gant. The guy that said he would give $50 to people. Because if you look at the eyes and like the hair, it looks the same, just slicked back. I don't know. I really don't know. If we saw it again, maybe. But I don't know. I feel like that, because I thought about that too. That's got to be the only reason that he could get into the chief prosecutor's office without anybody stopping him. Why would there be a serial killer coming running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor?
Oh, there's no mystery there.
Yes. Oh, never mind. Maybe they aren't. No. Okay. I thought the eyes looked familiar. Never mind. I take that back. Oh, because it was Joe Dark. See, oh, right. Okay, I don't know why I thought that. I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm just... My mind is clouded with all the sadness now. I forgot that this one was already solved. But he looks like... Oh, I see. I see where I got confused.
Joe Dark had been taken into questioning that day.
Taken in for questioning? Even by the police?
Of course. This happened at the police department.
God, his eyes do look just the same.
He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled to my sister's office.
But how did he get there without anybody, like, stopping him prior? Was there nobody else on duty? But why did he run all the way over to your sister's office?
Because the detective office and the questioning room are right across from the elevator.
Us from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she?
No, silly. Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. He was the best in the entire force.
What?
That's news to me. After the Joe Dark case, he was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor.
Lana used to be a detective? Better have another talk with her. Alright, let's move on. Wait. February 24th, Detention Center, Visitors Room.
Lana! Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble.
Buying evidence? I didn't think you were the type.
Criminals don't mind playing foul, why should we?
Because that's the whole point?
But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty.
Believe me, I understand the risks. Lana, someone told me about you. Oh, about how you were a detective 2 years ago. How the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office.
That's right.
Oh god, you know, now that I'm thinking about that, wouldn't that make sitting in the prosecutor's office all the time, like, really hard on her? That feels really fucked up. Could you fill me in on the details, especially about the unusual change in your job?
I suppose I have, you have a right to know, Mr. Wright.
A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not the least of which was the fact that the case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago.
Evidence from the case was stolen as well.
Though I expected as much. We know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be.
At trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth.
I couldn't be helped, Emma.
At the trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul.
Well, all drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15 there was no murder at the police department.
Tell me it's not true, Lana. What the witness, Miss Storr, said. About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife. Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us?
Emma, this doesn't involve just me. I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so phased before.
It's true. He was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing.
Oh no, okay, never mind. They look nothing alike. Goddamn, I feel like such a fucking idiot now.
They still talk about the cases she and Chief Gant cracked the other day. Chief Gant? He was the deputy chief of police.
Oh, he was the deputy chief of police back then.
But he still worked the crime scenes.
Wow. You mean he was doing his real job? It's... Guess he really is a good guy.
Damon Grant. He was everything I aspired to be. They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before reports could even be filed.
Oh, really idolizes her big sister. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened?
I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to gain experience investigating crime scenes so you could use the experience in court, right? Grant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to prosecutor's office.
Yeah, I should ask more about the investigation of theirs 2 years ago.
2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark.
Second in command? That means the investigation lead was Damon Grant, right? Or Gant. Oh, I can't remember that.
Yes, Deputy Chief Gant and I shared the same office and same investigations.
Even had the same office?
We led a team of the best detectives on the force.
Oh, now they added his brother. Ooh, that's rough.
Detective Goodman, whose case it was Jake Marshall and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho.
Please stop making this sad.
Without a doubt, Joe Dark was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place. When he tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dart. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me.
Now you tell us.
Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages, and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down and fled the room.
But how did he get out of the questioning room?
From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself. That's where he found me.
So you were the first person to run to the scene, Laura?
It appears so. I was filing some papers. Well, Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood.
3 bodies?
Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out, and the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seemed Mr. Marshall struck the final blow before he did. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious.
What did you do?
To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Anna, carried her out of the room, and just held her.
Can't blame her after all her sister must have gone through.
After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest.
Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the S-Online incident.
That's right. Quite a coincidence,
I don't buy it.
What are you saying?
There's no way everybody involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. Just by chance.
The case was solved 2 years ago.
At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved.
Officer Marshall. Yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely.
Oh my god, hi Inoshi. Oh, thank you for the raid.
I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark. Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their own lives with their memories. The case just might not be over yet.
Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right?
Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Gant now occupies by himself. The chief's office. Maybe we should have a look at the chief's office, the site of the final S-Online murder.
Oh, hey, a new place. Ooh, Bug Fables. I hear that's a fun game. Are you enjoying it? February 24th, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. I don't see Detective Gumshoe anywhere.
Things seem kind of quiet around here today.
You're right. Chief Detective seems the same, though.
Why don't you go look for some other people to talk to?
Right. We can come back later. February 24th, the police department entrance. Howdy, Bambina.
Oh, Mr. Marshall.
I never thought things would turn out this way when I woke up this morning. Hey, Sarah. You never know where life will lead you, eh, Bambina? Should've known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning.
Billy?
Must be his pet cactus. Oh right, I forgot about his cactus. Say, where are you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner.
But, Mr. Marshall, why did you do it?
Why do prospectors head west? If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was this one. before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened? Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. Oh, thank you, Inochi. Thank you for showing me, and welcome in to the, anybody rated with you. We're just about just close to the end of this trial. Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon. The murder weapon? You mean the switchblade knife with the broken tip? That was Joe Dark's, alright. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised.
A question?
The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound in the victim had sustained.
What does that mean?
That means there's a good chance the knife was not the murder weapon. However, in the report that was finally submitted, the possibility had been erased.
The facts have been concealed with forged evidence?
Case left behind scars on all of us.
The scars that the SL9 incident left behind.
I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I had just made detective when I went down. It was our first case together.
How old was he? Your brother?
He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. Highest honor? You mean the King of Prosecutors?
Knew it.
What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor.
Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother. The day the SL9 incident took place, that wasn't the same day as...
That's right. It was the same day of the evidence transferal.
Interesting.
It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was thunder. Can't believe 2 years ago has gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die.
Apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty.
There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in the investigation, save one, was taken care of. Miss Starr was fired, and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious. Hey?
What are you talking about?
Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Damon Gant and Lana Sky. The investigation lead, Damon Gant, and his second-in-command, Lana Sky. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. The case was the biggest step in both of their careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office. It's Phoenix. After that case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah, Damon Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She'd never been the same since she left. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Sky was totally different when she was a detective.
Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too. Tell me, what happened to my sister?
Alright, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out.
On a secret? It all started 2 years ago.
So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? It was certainly enlightening. There's one thing for sure. I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. Oh fuck, I could have told you that. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. Someone is Damon Gant. Oh, so he is still responsible for something? Damn, I was kind of hoping he'd be okay. At least he didn't murder anybody. Do you believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today. Too bad I won't be around to work with you when you become a real scientific investigator. Aww. You put those emotions down. I know, you just had your emotional moment a minute ago. You put that down. No more. Banned. Adios, Bambina. Oh no. Stop it. Wait a minute. February 24th, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. No one's here today. Not even a star.
Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. It must be where the detectives are.
But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m.
Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case.
Instead, it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty.
Hang in there, Lana.
Got to find all the answers by tomorrow. I'm assuming this is where they want us to go. February 24th, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202.
Mr. Edgeworth isn't here.
Maybe he's being questioned by an inquiry committee. Took a real beating in court today.
Yeah, with Lana admitting to falsifying evidence 2 years ago.
I guess we'll just have to come back later. Okay, so this is not where we're supposed to go. Do you have more things to say, perhaps? Maybe she can tell. Wait, can she tell us what this is? Can somebody tell us what this is? Especially when the investigators both parties are involved. Okay. And then explain the fucking case file? Okay, fine. Alright, she's real serious about that. Okay. Good to know. Criminal Affairs Department? This place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted.
That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes.
Oh, if you're looking for others, they're all in the conference room. Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us. With the chief prosecutor saying what she said at the and the decision about what to do. God damn, I need to hydrate again. About Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media in tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. I think festive is the word usually used for those.
Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office.
Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor.
Really? You mean it? It's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything.
Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits. Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office.
Oh my god, we gotta go to the chief's office. Holy shit. What the fuck? What is this room? February 24th, Police Department, Chief's office. I guess that explains his theme music. Whoa, where am I?
In the chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door. Got that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it? Yeah, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. They used to call me Little Miss Bach. Thought I was a genius, and I thought I was a genius until wait, what? I never could remember where the C was. God, that's like the only one I can remember.
Oh, it's you two.
Chief Cat. Put that paper he was reading into his desk.
So, Rhino, have you been swimming lately?
No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately.
I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too, with Mr. Marshall's misconduct. And Lana's provocative statement.
Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence?
2 years have passed since that incident. How time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there? That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me.
And a suit of armor. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
We took it to commemorate our work together.
Something's not right with this picture. I can't quite seem to put my finger on it though.
It's definitely the suit of armor. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together.
Oh, but this office, it was the crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That case has long since been over. There is no need to investigate it anymore.
All the same, we'd still like to take a look around.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Now hurry, get out. I have a meeting to attend.
Looks like we aren't welcome. Seems this case isn't over with yet, after all. What do you mean? Chief Gant denied a request to search the crime scene. Must mean there's a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. You mean like a clue? Got to be a way we can get inside the chief's office. Oh boy, good old-fashioned breaking and entering.
Hey, pal.
Detective Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be in a meeting?
I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt.
From sitting so long?
Actually, from serving everyone coffee.
Sounds like Gumshoe's still out of the loop.
Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth?
Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask?
He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battles between you two in court.
That sounds serious. Is it what my sister said?
That's basically what it all boils down to. I falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood.
Yikes.
Talk to us, Gumshoe.
But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Anna Skye is the guilty party here, isn't she?
Regardless, the prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor kept him safe from those who didn't like him. But now, with this...
Are there really so many people who hate him?
Our world, only those with talent rise at the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no recipe I know of for making enemies.
Hey Dick, keep up the good work. Oh my god, I forgot his name was Dick Gumshoe.
Yes, sir. Go out for lunch again sometime, my treat. Oh wait, was that the officer? Yes, sir. You gotta take me back to the joint sometime, okay, Dick? Yes, sir. Seems you don't have any problems with enemies. Well, yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all that pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgewood just might crack. Actually, I took a look at that file earlier while the coffee was brewing. He's genuinely concerned for Edgeworth. Well, did you find out anything? The only evidence Dark left behind was during the final attack. Final attack? You mean when he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl?
Me.
Since Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl. That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all.
Well, what was it?
Oh, let's see. I think that's something to do with the murder weapon? Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere in there, okay? Hours of recollection never fail to impress.
Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. What about his memory?
First, we'll ask about Dark's crime. Joe Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. God, he could be it's like another Yoshikage Akira. A businessman what made him take on serial killing? One day, on his way home from work, he hit someone with a car.
Is his car? So, it was an accident?
An accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal.
An animal?
Killed a man that witnessed the accident. Oh shit. Wait, whoa, hang on, I'm still reading that. A kid walked by just then and he killed him too. Stop! Came up to the scene, was killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in. How come you rushed past that? I was trying to read that. Seems he was a pretty careless animal. Oh, that was Phoenix. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence. So he turned himself in? Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered the final victim. Prosecutor Marshall. The crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed. That last witness, aka Emma. About this. Hey, is that... It has a tag attached to it with the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker.
On that day Detective Goodman was murdered, it suddenly disappeared from the locker. It was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler.
That's it! Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me.
Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again.
I'm assuming it has something to do with the broken pot. This knife, it was Joe Dark's, wasn't it? That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at, plus it had fingerprints on it too.
And no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone? Right?
That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken.
You don't have to take a good look to notice that.
Yeah, well, anyway, take a look and take a guess at what the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in.
Where was it?
The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. It was found deep inside the stab wound. Did it match Dark's knife? You bet, down to the last fiber.
It's pretty conclusive.
Well, there you have it, in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant. It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered.
And she's out now, and his office is locked. We'd like to have a look around if that's okay.
Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door.
What? Really?
But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with a breach of trust.
Breach of trust?
Simply put, I'd be canned. Oh. Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you.
How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's.
That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died.
Oh.
So in other words, Kanshi was our only chance of getting into that office.
I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind.
A picture? Oh, the case file. I've been studying up on those files. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. Oh shit. I for one ain't buying it, pal.
You're looking into the case for Mr. Edgeworth?
Yeah, that was a pretty big deal. It was going on, you know? After all, serial killer was on the loose. One of it was pretty clear in her confession. She forged evidence in order to prove Joe Dar guilty. Okay, so it wasn't that. Now the jar? About that jar. I think I've seen it before somewhere. I wonder... Or maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives. Must be the most uninformative detective I've ever met. Something about it makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the chief's office and he's yelling at me. Chief Gant? How could I have seen that before? What are we supposed to give him here? I wonder. I don't suppose it's the numbers. That's the ID card record, isn't it? Yes, there's only one number left to investigate, at 4:20 p.m. Nice. The victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered the evidence room along with someone else. Someone with an executive office number. 77777777777. That's 17 too many, Detective. An executive officer, huh? I just have a hunch. What? Okay, what about the screwdriver here? Eat the screwdriver. Okay, not the screwdriver. Oh, a lost item report, huh?
Very impressive, Detective. You knew what it was right off the bat.
Well, I'm a master of misplacement, you know.
Master? That's such a cool ring to it.
The way I see it, if things are meant to be lost, then they're meant to be lost. There's a higher power at work here.
Wow, a higher power.
Maybe I shouldn't let Emma hold any evidence. Yeah, that was worth it just for that alone. I can't believe Officer Marshall would do something like that.
You know Officer Marshall?
Of course I do. He was like a mentor to me. When I first started, he gave me a small cactus.
Really?
He said, Dick, she'll listen to all your troubles.
Note to self, Detective Gumshoe talks to a cactus.
Hard to believe he's just some patrolman now. Someone ought to trade places with him. What? Why are you looking at me like that? What else do I need to hand him? The ID card belongs to the victim, Detective Bruce Goodman. You can do just about anything these days with a card and a secret number. Scary. Only scary because you keep dropping your card, Detective Gumshoe. I forget my secret number a lot too. I'm scared of myself. But I'm me after all, and what could be wrong with that? Stay out of this conversation. It wasn't that. This. Okay, no, this is the same. Because he just forgets. This guy almost made us lose the case today. What are you talking about? He was guarding the bloodstain on the evidence locker with his life. Wait, that's more than you can say about most officers nowadays.
Would have saved us a lot of trouble if we hadn't guarded so well.
I have to admit, he's right though. Thanks to the Blue Badger, we were able to prove another possibility today. Possibility that another murder took place prior to 5:15 p.m. I'm at the point where I'm just gonna start showing him things. Move that fingerprint match. Besides, there's no reason for the murderer to touch his own locker.
Hey, wasn't your locker the one with the blood on it, Detective?
Handprint of the real murderer's ungloved hand without any fingerprints. Shh! If they came to arrest me, you'll defend me, won't you? If that happens, I think you'll do better pleading with Edgeworth. Did we already show him the glove? I think we already showed him the glove. Hey, that powder is used for detecting fingerprints.
Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth gave it to us.
He did what? All I have is some flour.
Are you okay, Detective?
Quick, run! Achoo! If it's any help, one time I took a nap on a bench with a wet paint. Why am I not comforted? Okay, what do we need to show him? We showed him just about everything. That's the photo Miss Starr took. Anything you can tell us about it? And Miss Starr is quite a oh no, okay. We've seen this too. The knife? No, we've seen this one too. Goodman's autopsy report. The phone. The parking lot floor plan. The shoe. Already showed him the knife. Aluminum fluid? Hey, I just this is new dialogue. Now I can go around checking blood traces too.
Wow. Is that a new type? I've never seen this bottle before. And 3 inches to your base height. Base height?
Or base height. Let me see that. Blooming tall. New and improved growth formula. You mean you can't detect blood traces?
Well, it's not quite the same thing as luminol.
So that's why the lady at the counter had a smirk on her face. Oh, sorry, Gumshoe. Show him the screwdriver. Have we shown him literally everything? Do we have to show him the knife again? Just show him the knife again. Oh, that's the same. I think we showed him everything. I'm gonna say, maybe there's something Edgeworth can do for us. Wonder if Edgeworth is back yet.
There he is. He looks like he's writing something.
What? What are you doing here? It was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh? I have to live with the past 2 years with the rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me?
Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you.
Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. So, what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I can do to erase that fact. But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that the evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. That bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. Police department's error is my error, my responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That's not fair. To you, Edgeworth. I'm sorry. I don't care about your bond or whatever. That's really not fair. The fact remains that remains the same no matter what excuses I might have.
Mr. Edgeworth.
I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this? Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First last year's trial and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves.
Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial.
Tomorrow's the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that the case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. It's only half as long as most lists? That's odd. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for the case. May not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. It was really the only thing on my mind at the time.
Hey, we just saw a picture taken around that time.
Picture? Something seems strange about it. Tell us again about what happened that day? Did Detective Goodwin was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right? I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend one.
Because you were awarded with this?
Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department. You finished up at the office? Yes, just odds and ends. Clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. It isn't until I was asked to take something back.
Take something back?
Oh, it's the screwdriver. Yes.
Oh yeah, Chief Gan asked you to hold on to that, didn't he?
Yes, it was a piece of evidence in case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to? That's right. No, we show him the picture. This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of the Prosecutor's Trophy.
Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me.
Yes?
The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding... It's a little different than yours.
Oh, it is different. I didn't even notice that. Yes, you're right. I remember now. Remember what? That was what the official prosecutor trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind this design.
A story?
Sounds interesting. You mind telling it to us? It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. I'd like a teeny bit more. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard the story? Me? Oh, sure, everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though? For Emma's sake. Very well. Whoa, it even gives us like a different art style. I like that, that's cool. Long ago, in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd. He claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield that claimed could withstand any weapon. Wait a minute. Oh my god, it even does the objection. And the music, oh my god. Oh, I love this game so fucking much. Those claims contradict each other. Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard this story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these both items discredit them both. The king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless, and thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born.
Oh, I see. So the chip shield and bronze knife symbolize...
Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if its result is something as ugly as this.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today.
That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? I had to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, we had the halberd part of the award abolished.
Chief Gant.
I wonder what he was writing before.
Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look. Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there. Just distract him. I'll check him out.
Hey, Edgeworth. That Detective Gumshoe out the window? Oh no, he's falling to the ground. Hold on. First, let me see what that girl's crawling around on. Let me see. First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around at my feet. He didn't even look.
What? Letter of...
Oh, it's his letter of resignation. If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation.
No!
Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, right? Oh, you know it's serious when you get the I'm tired. Oh, my poor Edgeworth. I feel as if something inside me has died.
Mr. Edgeworth, none of it's your fault.
I know. The path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either. Uh-oh, I think he's serious.
Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something.
Letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything. This is what we showed at Gumshoe. Thanks, Edgeworth. You always come in clutch. I love you a lot. Oh my god, no, it's the lady again. Oh god. Would either of you care for a quarter-pound of roast beef? Miss Starr, I guess she's out of lunches. You certainly are a curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk. That's hyper-specific, but alright, I'm with you. Still, I never thought you'd go digging up the case from 2 years ago. Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from his case was due for transferal. This can't be attributed to mere coincidence. Aren't you forgetting something? You know, the little scene that happened to the witness. The instant Lorna stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. A roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten. Starts hatred toward Lana. All dates back to 2 years ago. Joan Dark. That's a name I'll not soon forget. Oh my god, Anochi, if you're still here, I'm sorry I didn't see you. I was really focused. Good night. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. No, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Oh, interesting, interesting. Poor old Jake Marshall thought he must have been going through hell. You mean because of this brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her? Honest Sky.
My sister?
The best of the best were put on the SL9 case. Of course, they were led by the legendary duo. Lana, Chief Gant. The legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. You mean with the forging of the evidence? Don't get me wrong, Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it's obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear while other items were kept secret.
But you don't have proof anything illegal was done.
And proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us save Goodman were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lawrence Sky transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor.
I always wanted to be a prosecutor.
Nothing quite as simple as it appears.
Huh?
Lana Sky was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. He was being used? Damon Gant and Lana Sky. Gant led the investigation with Lana second in command. They were the best.
They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they?
Damon Gant's magnetism in particular was almost unreal. His magnetism? By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled. Incredible evidence? You mean... Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him though. I guess she's talking about forged evidence. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All detectives wanted to be just like her.
Really?
Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated everything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake.
Mr. Marshall?
When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would ever have recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating.
Miss Starr.
That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that? Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she? Yes, thanks to Chief Gant's powerful influence.
Chief?
That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. And there was only one thing left for him to control. And then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office. What? You mean that's how Ilana was transferred? If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along.
But how could he control Lana?
I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since the case ended, she's never been the same. That's only logical to conclude. There must have been a reason for her change. At last, finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Starr. You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've ever been. Okay, alright. Thank you for all the information. Oh, you're back. You're still here? I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ.
You're a DJ as well?
If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey.
Oh, that DJ.
I admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you into the chief's office, period. Be my neck on the line. The office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. You have to take a look in there.
There's gotta be something we can do to make the detective change his mind.
And that we have now. What's this crumpled up paper? No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious. Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they pushed him this far.
Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible.
When I first met him, I thought he was cold as ice, too. But I know different now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him.
Detective.
That's it. I've made up my mind.
But...
Here, take my ID card.
We can't do that if someone found out. They wouldn't let you out the hook with another lost item report.
Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. I mean, depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. What? Oh, at least let me do this. For Mr. Edgeworth's sake. Alright, detective. Thank you. Ah. Pressing. Won't let either of you down. February 24th. Police Department, Chief's Office.
Here goes, Mr. Wright. We're in. If anyone finds us now...
Detective Gumshoe's a goner. If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. Gah!
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Ah, Detective Gumshoe. What are you doing sneaking up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too.
If you're here, then what was the point of giving us the ID card?
Gonshu's ID card, crushed and rendered unusable in pocket. Hey, don't do that to my card! This game. We only ever get a chance to come in here. So I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now.
You really do want to get well, you really do want to get fired, don't you?
Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can come find out. Got a bad feeling about this.
Desk on the other side of the room.
Was that your sister's?
Yes, that's where I was waiting for long. On a day 2 years ago.
Anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. It's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see.
So ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk?
No one except Chief Gant. And the cleaning lady who's in here in the morning.
Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
You only came here to look around, right? Because it's the SLN's crime scene? I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think, nah, oh wait, shit. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Okay, now then let's look around.
Hey, hold on, not so fast, buddy.
Huh, what is it?
When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go at that. Sorry, this guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you?
What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him?
Chief Gant. So it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet. There you go, ignoring me again. They immediately have to look at the suit of armor. This was the suspicious thing in the picture. This is the real deal, isn't it? The armor, these weapons. Sure is, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations. First the pipe organ, now this armor? You know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room?
What? You mean we're paying for this? That's it, I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes.
Yeah, that's right, Emma. Evade your taxes.
We'll have any taxes to pay.
Shh, be careful what you say. Who knows? The chief may be hiding it in this armor as we speak.
I don't think he'd fit in there. Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out.
Cut it out, you guys. Do you know how scary that guy can be? True.
What? The window. You can see pretty far from 15 stories up. I figured to drop that suit of armor from here.
At first the chief wanted us to use stained glass for this window.
Really? Why didn't he?
He changed his mind because he wouldn't be able to see the view.
Oh. Stained glass or not, it's a huge window.
Is this a phone?
Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk. Speaking of that, we were here earlier.
Oh, it's you two! Chief Gant!
Paper he was reading his desk.
Oh, is it the other half of the ID list? Wonder what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence. List of evidence? In most cases, the lists run twice as long as this, though.
Hey, look at the case names.
Huh? Huh, the SL9 incident. I was wondering what this is doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said, I wonder what.
No, about the evidence list. Normally they're twice as long?
That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence.
Outside's list of evidence.
I knew this was going to come. The list of evidence.
It seems too short.
Most lists run twice as long.
What would the other half of the list be doing here? I knew it. The chief must be hiding something about that case.
It would appear so. It's not. List of evidence when yes, online.
Mr. Edgeworth has the other half of the list.
Here, we'd better take a look or look more into this. This is a safe, isn't it? Safe. That word is ripe with intrigue. Okay, if you say so.
It looks like a code needed to enter this panel to open it.
Oh my god, can we use the luminol? 7-digit number. I think I might know what it is. Do you know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. I want to try my birth date. You want to try my birth date. It's... No. I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. Easy. That's why they made that number so easy. Bingo.
What number did you enter?
Whose birthday was it, pal? 77777. A bunch of sevens. The final ID card number on the record.
What?
The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered that room that day. You mean 777777777? The ID number? I think you're one seven shy this time. That only mean one thing. Chief Gant's ID number.
Hey, anyone care to look inside?
Is there any money there? How much does he have stashed away?
Look, it's a...
Oh my god, it's the other part of the fucking vase. Cards from a broken cup? That looks familiar. Have we seen this before?
There's something else here too.
Ooh, a handprint.
What's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth. The handprint, isn't it?
Hey, I saw someone wear a shirt like that once. You think Chief made up this design?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, it was just a thought.
Is that it? This is all that was in the safe?
Apparently so. It's empty now. Piece of cloth with a handprint on it. And a broken shard from a cup. They look like pieces of evidence. Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with the case. Wait, I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here. Great, now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9 incident?
Come on, there's gotta be something we can show the detective.
Before we do that, though, I feel like we legally have to look at the organ. The Chief's organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally, we hear him playing it from the Criminal Affairs Department.
On the second floor, and this is the 15th floor. An entirely different building.
When a detective screws up, the Chief calls them to his office and makes them listen to the organ for hours.
What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul.
After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except for the ringing in their ears. So it's an instrument of punishment, literally.
Aren't the Chief's ears affected?
He never listened to anyone anyway. That's beside the point. And the desk. This was Lana's desk. Sure is tidy.
Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner.
There's not any dust on it. It looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Won't ever come back here? No. Chief Gant must still keep it clean in memory of their partnership. They were the stuff of legends are made of. To keep it in memory of her or in memory of the crime? Shelves are mostly empty. We must have cleaned them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. Oh, picture frame on the left shelf.
Hey! This is when Lana and I went to the theme park.
Is that it? Oh, that's depressing. Was taken on the day 2 years ago. The day Joe Dark ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma. After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here. They went along with the Chief Gant to question Dark. But he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later. Gee, you think? Right. Hey, for Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar? I remember when the three of us put that back together. Those were the days. Kinda early to be nostalgic.
Isn't this jar a piece of evidence from the case?
Right, one of the shards from the SL9 incident sticker on it. Had an SL9 sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found? You mean this one? That was in a safe.
Yeah, that one. That was in the safe.
Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Here, let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at this. Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do.
Mr. Wright, here's some glue.
If I can piece this together again, I'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes. There. Fits like a charm. That, of course, means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident.
But...
Hey guys, get a load of this. What is it? The piece you just attached. It's different from the others.
There's a reddish line on it.
Reddish line? That's blood. I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe? Unstable jar. What about the... Wait, where's the piece of leather? Can we examine that too? Oh, is this the picture that Emma drew? I wonder what this is. Looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here.
What is it? Did you find something?
Make it out. Better keep quiet about it for now.
Huh?
Oh. Huh? Oh, no, it's nothing.
Why are your eyes moving about like that, Mr. Wright?
Better not forget about this picture. Wait, can we show Gumshoe the picture now? If I'm fired, I won't be able to give you... Oh, so that's why -10. Okay, so this was just...
Got to stay positive.
I love that. Okay, but what about... Did we not get the handprint? Do we still have the luminol fluid? Ah, it was worth a shot. Look at that giant window. Makes you want to crash through it and jump outside. This is the 15th floor. I know, I was just saying. Saying what? Ever since being defective, I've always dreamed about doing something like that.
Note to self, Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams. So long as he doesn't go crashing through that window.
when he gets fired.
Don't say that.
Clearly there's another piece of evidence in here. Something we have not yet tackled. But we would not still be here. He did say Edgeworth might have the other side of this, right? I feel a lot better now that jar's complete.
That only raises another question. What's a piece of it doing in the chief's safe?
More importantly, why wasn't there any money in there? Isn't that what safes are for anyway? I have a feeling the outcome of tomorrow's trial might just hinge on this. I'll write the list of evidence. Right, please. I'm a prosecutor on this case. Don't expect me to sit here and discuss the— oh, right. Okay. Thought maybe. Alright, back to the office then. Can we look at the jar again? See what's different about it?
Hey, look here. It's hard to make out, but there's a dark red stain here.
Looks like blood.
This is a piece the chief had and it's different though. The bloodstains on the other piece are just spots, but this one has a line.
Okay, we did already see that. Okay, what have we not examined then? Clearly something missing in here.
The mark looks like some kind of flower.
Or it is, it's designed after the insignia of the prosecutor's badge. Prosecutor's badge? Like the one hanging from your collar.
What? They have badges too?
The design's supposed to portray the severity of the punishment system.
Now that you mention it, it looks all pointy, kind of painful.
Mr. Edgeworth never wears Mr. Edgeworth never wears a badge. That's because he's a sharp dresser. A badge like that wouldn't go too well in his outfit.
The sharp dressers don't need to wear badges?
I guess everyone just thinks kind of lets it slide. I don't see how that's supposed to signify severe punishment. Oh hey, the jar's in here. Wait, can we look at that anymore? What about that handprint? Where did that go? There's gotta be something else in here, or I probably would have already moved on. Well, okay, I'm gonna, the next stream is probably gonna be really short, but I think I'm gonna call it here. My voice is dead. I mean, like, my throat hurts. It's like raw now. I can feel it. So I'm gonna call it here. But that means the next Phoenix Wright stream might be a little short because I think all we had to do is the case. But I'm like well past my time now and my throat is killing me. So we'll pick this up next time. Actually, I'm gonna double save just to make sure. I really thought I could like get the last part out if we did it fast enough, but you know, I can't for me being stupid like always. But I'm interested. I'm intrigued as always. I mean, like I love this game. The story is so good. I'm like so consistently invested. I almost want to just keep going because I'm invested, but I gotta rest my voice. It's it hurts. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna stop talking as soon as possible. Yeah, if you stopped by today, thank you very much. I really appreciate it as always. It was good to see everybody here. But next time, if you watch the VOD, I only got lost for a little bit. You know, there's hope for me yet. All right, everybody, have a good time zone. I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.